Hey guys. We are getting closer and closer to Sunday when we leave to fly out to Maryland. I have one day left of work, so I apologize. I'm completely behind on all of your comments from yesterday's video because got up this morning and just started trying to hammer away at all of the things that I have left to do. As I'm sure all of you are familiar, if you've ever had to leave work for any period of time, you always feel like, oh God, I have to get all of this stuff done, and I don't know when I'm coming back. So I'm trying to get everything in place so that the people who are gonna be filling in for me don't feel like completely swamped at the very beginning. Just as seems like the right thing to do, right? And there's a lot of stuff that goes into my job, and it can be slow, or it can be absolutely like bombarded with things to do. So really trying to, button up all of those last minute things. And I have one day left and I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. On a cancer note, I think I found 2 more tumors popping out. I felt some spots on my back just below my shoulder blade. So that's fun. The one that's just on my rib cage in the front, feels like it's gotten quite a bit bigger since I first noticed it and let you guys know. I had Josh feel it yesterday and his eyes just got really big. You can visibly see it now from like a distance away. And you couldn't do that last week. I guess it was really only last week. So the treatment that I was on was definitely doing something. It was keeping these things at least kind of at bay. Maybe because, they were showing up and they'd obviously grown since my previous scan, but not at this rate. So that's at least one nice thing to know, that it was doing a little bit of something, right? I chatted with my supervisor today, and so I did just decide to go with the easy route, and I'm just using vacation time next week, which again, I was going to be using that vacation time anyway to help cover my time off. So it's not changing anything. I'm just not officially on like FMLA leave until the week after, which is fine, whatever. Hopefully HR, I emailed HR about my plan because I figured, well, I better. And I haven't received anything back. I don't think they can do or say anything against it. It's up to my supervisor whether to approve vacation time. So hopefully this will just simplify things on their end as well. So I've been keeping my fingers crossed for that. We were looking at the weather for Maryland, and it's actually supposed to be cooler in Maryland than it is in Oregon, or at least where we are in Oregon next week. Right now, and we'll keep our eye on the weather. It looks like it might even rain on Monday there. So we're trying to see about going to the Museum of Natural History. So that might be the day we do that. If we get out of all my testing and all that kind of stuff at a decent time, we might hop an Uber or something and head over there. It's always a place that I've always wanted to go. And you see it, and I know I mentioned this before, like you see it in movies and other things or TV shows, and things mention it all the time. And so it's always been this like, ooh, if I could ever go there, that would be cool. So kind of a thing off of my bucket list there. And kids are good. Bradens music concert was adorable last night. Little tough having a toddler who does not want to sit still. And it was only an hour long. So that made it a little bit more tough to get all the way through, especially because the 5th graders were last in what they did. But as soon as he was up on stage, Rayla was sitting there and like clapping and cheering and yelling, "Go, Bubba!" And it was adorable. So we got some good out of it as well as just watching it. And we realized, and I mentioned yesterday too, that it was like, we realized this is his last elementary school performance. Like, where has the time gone for sure? And he actually missed, there was like 2 years they didn't do it because of COVID. Maybe it was only 1. No, I think it was 2. Yeah, there was 2 years they didn't do it because of COVID. So we missed out a little bit on some of those things. Hopefully we don't have something like that happen again. Fingers crossed. We will see. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you today, guys. I appreciate you watching me just blather on day after day. Oh my goodness. You're pretty awesome. So be kind, make good choices, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right.